Hey, it's Ken Gagne with YouTube channel Gamebits here to play Firewatch from Campo Santo, released on February 9th, 2016 for Windows, Mac, Linux, and PS4. I'm playing it here on the PS4. Let's go ahead and start a new game about being a fire lookout in a national park in 1990. What an unusual setting for a game, but it makes for some fantastic narrative, as you're soon to discover. Ah! Panic! Ah! Who are you people? What are you doing here? Alright, so if you've ever seen the movie Pixar's Up, then be prepared for a very similar opening. It has to give us a lot of backstory before we go out into the woods. And it's a little heart-wrenching. So this is a Choose Your Own Adventure right here, and my choice is to see Julia. I see Julia. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby Colorado University, Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. I approach her. I am drunk. Let's try to be a little classy, a little academic here. So what's your, major? You slur the word major and it smells like Coors Light. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says. I'm a professor. She's a professor, wow. Cool, you reply. What's yours, she says. She sniffs the air. Toxicology? Dang. Was that a burn, you ask? She says, definitely. But, worried she hurt your feelings, she asks if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend, and she is your girlfriend, just to be mutually possessive about it. Little change of pace. The story that we're learning about Julia is actually a flashback. This is the present right here. You'll see how it all ties together pretty soon. Off I go. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. Aw, I'm playing this game the day after Valentine's Day. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out of the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Ooh, that could be problematic. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. I am all for that. Julia's my kind of lady. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia's in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German Shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. Well, Beagle is actually like the smallest dog I would ever get. Anything smaller than that I don't want. So as long as it's a Beagle and it makes her happy, Bucket's a good dog. And a week later, you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. You love him too. What's not to love? It's a Beagle named Bucket. Wow, 4 years later. You talk out on the deck. It's summer. 19:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off of the high desert. What do you think about kids, she asks. I don't like where this is going. Kids? They're not very smart, or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have some, a couple little idiots. This is the way I would go, one day, why rush? But I don't think Hank is that kind of person. I think he wants kids. That'd be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would say that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. All the makings of a happy beginning. Alright, we're in Thoroughfare Trailhead. Let's take a walk down the Two Forks Lookout. No fireworks, and learn to live with the bears. I can run! A year later, it's a Thursday night and Julia's 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. I'm not gonna get mad at her while she's drunk. We can worry about this in the morning. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. What is work? What do I do? A year later, Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. He-Man or Victoria's Secret model. Why not? Very nice. I thought you might like that. Oh, my legs! I'm broken! Oh, I'm fine. Wow, nice sunset. Wow, look at that. That is gorgeous. I would love to be wherever this is. A little reticule in the middle of the screen might get in the way eventually. Two Forks Lookout Tower, 8 more miles still. And hop. Wait. Yep, I still got it. 2 years later, during the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Well, that escalated quickly. Bucket gets kicked. Dog, Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. Wow, I'm a pacifist, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to scare him away. You reach into your pocket like you've got a gun and threaten to kill him. You manage to scare all 3 of you. He runs away. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. Works for me. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale's in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job. Associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Well, moving would be the best choice, but if I'm not going to, then the best compromise, which is what marriage is based on, is agreeing. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if that's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. So I see her 6 times a year and summers. 5 years later, roughly, I think, I've lost track. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. Okay, we're not gonna forget about this. We need to talk about it. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Okay, I can't move except my head. Oh, so that's what I look like doing the Victoria's Secret model. Completely nude. Did not need to see that. Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. Oh, okay, she's feeling better then. 3 years later, Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason. Has to be brought home by the police. She's devastated. She's sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. She's from Australia? For a while your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. 1988. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with her for a couple of months. Oh man. If I don't take care of myself, I'm not going to be any good to Julia. I think I need to put her in a home. Gotta put on your own air mask before you can help the person sitting next to you. It is pretty out here, though. It's a nice escape. Oh! Look at that. I wonder if I can sneak up on it. saw me. And off it goes. Come back! Her family agrees with your decision. Wow. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day. Then every other day. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I will cut your balls off. I did that for both of us. You slowly decide to not see your old friends that much. Julia's sister Susan moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the time. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist. You won't. You've always really liked Susan. It's 1989, we have computers, why use a typewriter? Months go by. Bucket dies. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes her a minute to lock in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less. And seeing her less and less makes her forget you more, you think. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. What was my job? Well, that wasn't heart-wrenching. Oof. Here I am. This is my job. 8 miles later, I've made it. So all those interstitial scenes you just saw were leading me here, on a full night's moon, to the Two Forks Lookout Tower. And I can wander around if I want. There are other things to see and do here, and there's a run button, and there's a toggle. I don't have to hold it down. I just push square, and I run everywhere. So, for example, if I want to go to the outhouse, I could do that. See? You cannot see out through the moon. However, oh, there's my belly. Where a bell. I don't seem to know how to use the bathroom, though, which is an odd thing to confess. There's a generator right there. But for now, I'm just gonna go back to the tower. I also have a compass and a map. But you'll be seeing those later. Right now, I know where I'm going. I know what I need to do. It is pretty out here. I wonder how cold it gets. I mean, it must be summertime, right? Oh my gosh, look at all those stars. Wow. I wonder if I could actually get a job someplace like this. The windows are all boarded up. Huh. On the power. So, this is where I'll be living, huh? Hello?
Two Forks Tower, this is Thoroughfare Tower. Come in.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this
What?
job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just
What?
hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure,
Wow.
buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Okay, I will choose...
Okay, you're probably just rebelling against a mom who wishes you had given her grandkids, by the sound of your voice, at least 15 years ago. You come out here and it really grinds her gears and you love it. Can I sleep now?
Well, she also says
Nailed
I talk
it.
immature men, but in my defense, who wouldn't want a 28-year-old with ambition and energy and some fire in his belly in bed?
Me. I'm
Heyo.
going now.
Just a second, now it's my turn.
Okay, good night. Bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you, but 9 times out of 10, folks out here simply got dumped.
Huh, is that it?
Close?
Good night.
Good night. Welcome to the job.